Okay. All right. I think we're good. So, hello. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tiara, the Spiritual Valkyrie with Queen's Will Dreams. I'm really excited today because finally I get to give you your personal year monthly energy for March of 2025. So if you do not know if you are on the right video and you need to figure out how to calculate your personal year number, all you have to do is add the digits in your birth month, your birth day, and then the current year. And that will add up to a number, and you reduce it down to a single digit number, and that's your personal year number energy. So if you are a personal year number 1, this is your reading for today. So I usually go and give the collective energy read from my calendar. If you can see it here, it's sitting right there. So I got a glare on it because that's the glossy version. But I am going to read what the month energy is for you. I also posted this on my Instagram, so go ahead and follow me on social media at Queen's Will Dreams. Okay, so let me read this to you first, and then we're gonna get into your actual monthly message for you particularly. So the collective energy for March. Let's see. So here we go. So February called for a period of reflection and patience, while March ushers in opportunities and creativity, highlighting our spiritual connections. Many possibilities are set to emerge this month. However, it's essential to remain aware of the collective energy and recognize the role we play in it. March offers a chance to connect with our hearts and exercise discernment as we move forward. While the path ahead may not be entirely clear, we can find solace in the fact that as long as we listen to our hearts and instincts, we can't go wrong. Expect numerous changes and opportunities to learn from one another, making this an ideal time to transform fear and worry into wonder and curiosity. This month can feel lighter if we focus on our individual journeys rather than letting the collective energy dictate our direction. To infuse more benevolence into your life, the Universal 3-month invites you to reflect on the question, what decisions would you make if you knew you couldn't F it up? So that's March for the collective energy. We're in a Universal 3 month. So if you're not aware of how this works, and those of you who are new, thank you for being here with me. But if you're not aware of how this works, particularly, we have our collective energy, the universal energy, and in numerology, we go through 1 through 9. So you have either a universal 1 month, 9 month, 2 month, 3 month, whatever. And then you have your personal energy, which is what's directly affecting you. And so we have these things, and it's just kind of like a really good way to dictate how exactly this is going to look for us and how we can navigate it throughout the month, what actions we need to take. So because you're a personal year number 1, your personal month, this month of March 2025, is a number 4. You're in a personal month number 4. So 4 is all about getting your ducks in a row, kind of resting and getting a good grounding in where you are in your foundations. And it's also a good time for you to start planning and planting the seeds that you want to start bringing into fruition in the future. Okay, so I wanted to get a few messages, at least the themes of what's actually going to take place for you this month, some advice, some things that you want to look into, and then how you can incorporate that benevolence energy that is the theme of this year into your life, because we need some more benevolence. So let's see what we got for our personal month 4s. Also, while you're here, go ahead and make sure you like and comment. Let me know what's going on, how you feeling. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. And also, a few things that's coming up right now is that if you are into your dreams and you're looking to dive deeper into your dreams and looking at how you can heal through your dreams, how you can connect with your guides and ancestors through your dreams, and also learn how to transform your life through the alchemy of dream work. Go ahead and click the link in the description box. I am opening up my Dream Warrior coaching group, my group coaching group. And it is going to be an amazing experience. This is the second cohort. And if you are looking at trying to tap into your dreams a lot more, we're going to get started with that. So go ahead and click the link in the description box. It's for the Dream Warrior group coaching. Okay. We are starting in April. So definitely look into it, see what you think. And yeah, if you're really ready to transform your life, please, this is like one of those things that it's life-changing. It's a life-changing experience. We're talking about numerology in the dreams. We're talking about how to heal in your dreams, what to do, how to give you some direction. I'm giving you all the tips and tricks that I know. So let's go ahead and look into it. If you want to get into it, let me know. But let's get into your messages. What we got? Personal year number 1, personal month 4. What's coming up for y'all? Let's see. I'm getting some feels. So you have a significant. There's some things moving here. Some things moving. I'm getting a lot when it comes to like, because there's like concern with money. More so, lots of concern with money, which is, I mean, understandable because it is a personal month 4. So the first card that came up for you was the Patience card, the number 2. That is the card that came up. And immediately when I first got this card, it was really just kind of one of those things where I felt like there was projects or action that you wanted to take, or that you may have came up with some ideas or things that came up for you last month. But you're in a space where you're like, I really want to make things happen. I want to make things move. And so the Patience card is like coming up as a reminder that it takes time to get things moving and you don't have to actually rush into it. I am going to say there is an overall external energy, like an energy outside of you that is kind of pushing for you to do more rushing per se. So there's like more rushing and more get to it. Because here's the thing, you're in a 1 personal year number. So your 1 year is always going to bring in that new energy. It's going to bring in that I have these ideas. I want to focus on me. I want to get things going. I want to make sure like I'm on top of things. And that could bring in a sense of feeling rushed, or also I'm getting like a sense of like fear at the same time, but the fear comes from like the external collective. So and trust me, like get y'all's calendars, these calendars here. So what I read to y'all earlier about the forecast that I did for every month, this is what I'm talking about. Like there's a collective energy that can affect you very highly and very like a lot. So if you are feeling this rush, or you're feeling this like sense of shifting and changing and all these things is coming up for you, like you want to make sure that you're not you're practicing patience, because things are starting to still unfolding, if that makes sense. The next card I got for you was the number 56, which was the relationship change. Okay, so when this came out, I felt like it was kind of like, here's a few things for a group of y'all. Please take what resonates and please leave what does not resonate with you. These are collective energy messages, so just, stick with it if it works. Now, what I am getting is that for a group of y'all, there is a sense of there was a shift in your relationships. Now, relationships, if y'all haven't seen the February messages, relationships is coming up big time. Like shifting in relationships, changes in relationships, and like and there was a lot that was happening in that realm for a lot of people. And because of that, for a group of y'all, I do feel that because of the relationship changes that are happening or that have already taken place, because 4 energy can bring up shift in relationships, and mostly shift in relationships at work, or things that consider really influential in your your foundations in your relationships. So there could be a lot of shift in that's happening in that realm. And because of that, there's this need to like, okay, I need to focus on myself. I want to get my things going. I want, like, things are not fitting in my box. 4 is about the box. So whatever's not fitting in your box, you're going to start having to release it and move it out and consolidate so that things that fit in your box right at this moment is what you're going to focus on. Okay. Now, excuse the dogs. So with that being said, you are going to find that that shift in your relationships are going to have a big impact on whether you are going to plant the seeds in the soil that is pretty dry, or you're going to water it, you're going to nurture it, you're going to, tend to it and see what happens when things start to grow. Because your relationships impact you. The collective is impacting you. So if you're not in that space that you're like, I can really, focus and I can really, feed my intuition, feed my soul, feed my body, feed myself, and nourish myself in a way that is healthy with these people around me, then they don't need to be around you. If that can't happen for you, then there will be some shifting in relationships. But you're now starting to shift into this space of like, I want to buckle down, or I need to buckle down. Okay. Now, the next card that came up was the number 88, which is abundance. Okay. So when this card comes up, it's important to recognize that abundance isn't just a state of like prosperity where you get money, when you're getting, excuse me, you're getting a bunch of things coming your way. It is not just that. Abundance can be in so many different forms, in so many different ways. And so this card is asking you to pay attention to the ways that you're receiving abundance during this time, because it is a universal 3-month. There could be a lot of opportunities, a lot of creativity. The 3 energy has a lot more fun energy, but it's also one of those like you're becoming more social. Universally, you'll see this happening. So be aware of some of the doors that are opening for you and some of the opportunities that are coming, because even the small ones are very abundant. The abundance card is reminding you that you have abundance in different ways. And also there's a mindset that comes with being abundant and being grateful and having gratitude. So keep that mindset. This is more of like how you want to focus in and like know like you're getting what you need to get. Let me see. There's something else coming. They're saying you're getting what you need to get, but you have to kind of make way for it, if that makes sense. So just be patient, but make way for the things to come in for you. Interesting. Okay. So the next card that came up for you was the financial discipline card, which is the number 48. Now this coming up right after the, excuse me, the, abundance card is very important. So if you're getting windfall of money, for a group of y'all, I do feel that you're getting some money or your money's coming your way, but you don't want to splurge on it. Not this month. This month is not the time for you to splurge. This month is the time for you to be very disciplined, financially disciplined, and keep things under wraps a little bit. This is a consolidation month, which means this is a month where you're going to need to get some rest. You need to start planning. Plant the seeds, plant the seeds, plant the seeds. Do not spend a bunch of money that is not going to, don't be too risky with your money, if that makes sense. Because there's a time and place specifically for you to be risky when it comes to your finances, but that energy is not here right now. So it's going to be coming soon, but it's not right now. So when you do get your windfall of money, be very financially disciplined with it. And try to save some money. I'm getting for some people, there's some like changes that are going to be happening in the next 2 months. The next 2 months, there will be some significant changes that are taking place. And now that they say now that you know this, you can prepare. Okay. You don't need to know what exactly it is, but you do need to know that there is a change that's happening in the next 2 months. That's what they're saying. The next 2 to 4 months. So you're in a personal 4 months. So by the next 4 months, so you'll be in 8 months when the change has already been set in stone. So the next 2 to 4 months, you'll be getting some changes there. Okay. So So yeah, while you're here still, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, let me know what's going on. If you want a personal reading, please go ahead and put click the link in the bio or in the description box, sorry, and then book a personal session if you want to know more about what these details are looking like for you. So yeah, 4 months, get yourself together, ducks in a row, and do not spend too much money. There's also something here about you sharing a bunch with other people. It's like you're sharing so much with other people, or you're showing up for other people a lot right now. And it's pushing against what your soul is calling you to do, which is actually more so like how you show up for yourself. So there could be a little bit of boundary issues here. Or it could be a little bit of like always continuously finding a way to isolate yourself. There's like, it's two spectrums. Like there's boundaries where you're like not really holding on your boundaries too much. And then there's the other side where it's like, I mean, I guess it still could be a boundaries thing, but you're isolating yourself because you haven't really been respecting your boundaries, or people haven't really respected your boundaries. So there's something there with that. But for this month, it would be really good for you to come together in that sense. And because that's what this card just showed up. But it's like to come together and not isolate yourself, but also respect your boundaries in the process. So the next card that came up after that, and I'll show you this other one, but like this next one that came up was the number 67. And that card is the physical activity card. So while you're in this state of consolidating and resting and getting things together and like figuring out how you feel, and planting your seeds, go ahead and do more physical activity, because that is going to bring more flow into your life. That's going to bring more, they're saying access. So they're saying like when you're stuck and you're still and you're like, there's one thing to be still, but there's another thing to be stuck. And like 4 is an energy that in the positive can give like planting seeds, consolidating, organizing, action-oriented things, actually doing things to help you prepare for planning and all that stuff. But on the negative end, it can feel very limiting. It can be overworking, meaning like workaholic. It can be a lot of different things that come up with that. So for the 4, because like 4 can also lead to like energies of like addiction. That's why I said like the workaholic, it can be alcoholism, it can be all of these things. So pay attention to how it's showing up for you, because you have to find balance in your box, if that makes sense. Because I'm just like, there's something about like access denied if you're stuck, and access granted if you're flowing, or if you're moving and allowing things to move in your body. That's interesting. They're saying access. I just see and like an X, and then I see like doors open, ding. Like it's like when you're moving or you have like flow in your body. So pay attention to how your body is speaking and responding to people, places, and things. Okay. But speaking of that, you got the number 44 on here, which is come together. We need each other. Where have you been separating yourself or pushing against others in the world? So this is another thing with the 4 energy, is that on a negative, it can be very much like resistant built and resistant focused. So if you are in a space of like feeling, like you want to separate yourself, because it's a consolidation month. So if you feel like you want to separate yourself, you want to get out of the funk of things or get in your own funk, pay attention to this message, because it is the number 44. 2 4s equals 8, and 8 is the number of cycles and karmic cycles and abundance. And you have 48 here. Like I'm just looking at all these numbers. You had number 2, 56, 88, 48, 67. So like 8s are coming up, 6 is coming up, and 4s. Yeah. So I say pay attention to how this is all showing up for you in this sense. Like one thing is like your body is going to tell you what it is that it needs. So get more active. It's getting nice outside. It's getting, the sun's coming up. It's time for you to step on out and trust me, the next 2 months, I'm giving you, like, I want you to come back and tell me exactly what's going on. But like the next 2 months, you're going to see that some changes are happening. Okay. Major changes are happening in the next 2 months. The next 2 months, I promise you. Oh my God. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm going to leave that message for you. Pay attention to what ideas come to you, what opportunities you walk through. I am getting this before we go. The opportunities that are showing up right now, some of them are you're going to feel like you want to pounce on it right then. Like, boom, I want that, da 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 da. But they're asking you to like be a little patient on something that you're working on at the moment and how that's starting to show up. Okay. So, there's some opportunities that are coming. For some of you, I do see that there's like a new job opportunity that's showing up for you. Then I also see that there's a new, there may maybe some new connections that you're making that may lead to a new job opportunity. This is like coming up like more like work. So for all of you who resonate with it, if this is something that comes up for you right now, let me know. So other than that, I am going to leave it here. Don't forget to check out the Dream Warrior Coaching Program. This is a 6-week program. You're going to be getting, there's a special surprise I give to all my participants that are going to be in the program. But there's a special surprise that I send out to everybody. But you'll get an actual dream journal, guided dream journal created by me that I'm giving to everybody. And in the program, we get 6 weeks of coaching. You're working with not just me, but your group. And like, we talk about so many different things, such as like ancestral healing through our dreams, what our dreams actually mean. So dream interpretation and how to work in your dreams and learn how to set intentions in your dreams, and how, like, what the difference between like lucid dreaming and like astral traveling and all these different things. So if you're interested in getting into the Dream Warrior Coaching Program, we are starting in April of 2025. So go ahead and click the link in the description box. Let me know if that's something that you are interested in, or if you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment what you think, and then get your Essence of Benevolence wall calendar, also linked in the description box. That has literally every month set up for you to know what the collective energy is, so that you don't get, beat up by all the stuff that's happening in the world. Okay. So other than that, I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Until next video, let me know how you feel. And I hope you have an amazing March. So bye everyone.